The White Lotus explained.
Jason Isaacs doing an American accent. That's already interesting, right? He's so known for that clipped British thing, whether it's Lucius Malfoy or his work on the death of Stalin. But here, as Timothy Ratliff, he's got this Wall Street guy voice. Totally convincing.
He's played authority figures gone wrong before, the Patriot, that British colonel role, but this is different. Timothy's not powerful, he's desperate. Isaacs has to hold that panic just beneath the surface for 8 episodes.
And Parker Posey as his wife Victoria is perfect casting, because she's always had this edge where you can't tell if a character knows more than they're letting on. She's done so much indie work, Waiting for Guffman, Best in Show, but also prestige TV like Lost in Space.
Victoria's interesting because she's genuinely in the dark about Timothy's legal troubles, but Posey plays it so you're constantly wondering if she suspects something. That's a hard balance.
Patrick Schwarzenegger as Saxon. I mean, obviously there's the family connection, his dad's Arnold, but he's been building his own thing. He was in The Staircase, Moxie. This feels like a bigger showcase, though.
Saxon's the hedonistic older brother, and Schwarzenegger has this easy charm that makes the character's worst impulses seem almost reasonable. He's mentoring younger brother Lachlan into basically abandoning family values.
Sam Nivola plays Lachlan. He's newer. Did you see him in Maestro with Bradley Cooper? He's got this vulnerable quality that works for a kid caught between his spiritual sister and his party-focused brother.
And Sarah Catherine Hook as Piper. She was the lead in First Kill, that vampire series Netflix did. She's playing the most earnest Ratliff kid, the one who actually believes in Buddhist philosophy.
Until she doesn't. That monastery test where she realizes she's too attached to material comfort, Hook has to make that failure feel real without it being pathetic.
Walton Goggins as Rick is extraordinary casting. Mike White clearly writes for him. This is their 3rd collaboration after Vice Principals and Righteous Gemstones, where Goggins played a different character.
Completely different. Season 2, he was part of that couple. But here, Rick is traumatized, violent, on a revenge mission. Goggins does damage better than almost anyone. Justified, The Shield, but this feels more internal until it explodes.
His girlfriend Chelsea is played by Amy Lou Wood, who's British and was fantastic on Sex Education as Amy. She's doing an American accent here too.
And Chelsea's this character who keeps following Rick into danger, survives a cobra bite from the snakes he released, discovers he's researching suspicious deaths, still boards the flight to Bangkok with him.
Wood has to play that devotion as something other than stupidity, which is tricky. There's this trauma bond happening.
Natasha Rothwell, returning as Belinda from Season 1, is one of the season's best decisions. She was so good in Hawaii, the spa manager who Tanya McCoy completely manipulated with promises of funding that never came.
And now she's at this Thai property on a fellowship with her son Zion, played by Nicholas Duvernay. Rothwell's incredible at playing intelligence and warmth while being underestimated. Insecure, her writing and acting work there.
The thing with Belinda recognizing guest Gary as Greg from Season 1, that's John Grease, who was in the Maui episodes with Jennifer Coolidge. He's denying it completely.
Grease has this great character actor resume. Napoleon Dynamite as Uncle Rico, Lost, tons of Mike White projects. He's playing Gary as this vaguely menacing guy with a shady past.
Scott Glenn appears as Jim Hollinger, the resort co-owner Rick is hunting. Glenn's done everything. The Right Stuff, Silence of the Lambs, Daredevil. And here he's playing someone who turns out to be Rick's biological father.
That reveal happens in the finale. Rick spends the whole season planning revenge against his father's murderer, then learns Jim is his father. Glenn's only in a couple episodes, but that role is crucial.
Michelle Monaghan as Celebrity Jacqueline is interesting because she's playing someone famous hosting childhood friends. But Monaghan herself has this quality where she's recognizable, Mission Impossible, True Detective, without being tabloid-level famous.
So she understands that world, but can play it with some distance. Jacqueline's paying for everything, and there's this performative generosity that Monaghan nails.
Her friends are Leslie Bibb as Kate and Carrie Coon as Lori. Bibb's done a ton, Iron Man popular, a lot of comedy and drama work. She's playing the friend who's shocked when political differences surface.
Carrie Coon is spectacular in everything. The Leftovers, Fargo, Gone Girl. Lori's the one whose life looks most troubled from the outside, Failed promotion, messy divorce, troubled daughter. But Kuhn plays her with this dignity where she refuses to let the friendship lies continue.
Charlotte Laban plays Chloe, Gary's companion. She's a French-Canadian actress and model. Did the 100-foot journey, the walk. Chloe ends up having this blacked-out sexual encounter with both Ratliff brothers.
And Gary's reaction to that is bizarrely permissive. He demands both brothers come to dinner, like he's orchestrating something. Laban has to play Chloe as someone caught in whatever Gary's actual agenda is.
Mike White created the show and writes every episode himself, which is wild. That's School of Rock, Enlightened, both previous seasons. He's got this voice that's both satirical and genuinely empathetic.
The Thailand setting feels like he wanted to explore wellness tourism and spiritual appropriation, but then layered in federal crimes, revenge plots, mysterious drownings. It's ambitious, even for him.
The directors this season, there's a mix. Some episodes are directed by people who worked on previous seasons, but each location seems to bring new visual approaches.
What's consistent is how White's scripts give every actor these moments of genuine humanity right before revealing something ugly underneath. Timothy praying for guidance while hiding federal charges, Rick opening up about childhood trauma, then refusing to heal.
Goggins and Isaacs especially. They're playing men whose lives are collapsing, but who can't admit it to anyone, including themselves. That's a hard performance to sustain.
And the whole cast is locked in that resort setting where everyone's performing wellness while concealing catastrophe.
Natasha Rothwell's arc is heartbreaking because Belinda starts so hopeful. This is her fresh start after Tanya, and ends up taking hush money to protect a probable murderer.
That negotiation scene with her son Zion, where they get $5 million from Gary to stay quiet, Rothwell and Duvernay make that feel like both a victory and a moral surrender.
The show's basically asking if any of these people can actually change, or if the resort just gives them permission to be worse versions of themselves.
Mike White and his casting director found actors who can play that exact tension. Likeable enough that you keep watching, compromised enough that you're not sure anyone deserves a happy ending.